Welcome to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoy the show, which features immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Welcome to Ask the Lawyer, your go-to source for expert legal insights with your host, Brian Figueroa, Esquire. With over a quarter century of experience in general law, including a focus on immigration law, Attorney Figueroa brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table and is highly regarded as New York's #1 immigration attorney. In today's show, we delve into the intricate worlds of matrimonial law and immigration law, offering valuable insights to frequently asked questions. Plus, don't miss our exclusive interview with Jamaican national and co-host, me, Ashley Dawkins, with special guest Christopher Benjamin, the Communications Relation Officer at the Consul General of Jamaica in New York. Stay tuned for an enlightening journey into the legal landscape, right here on Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we have the answers. Mr. Figueroa?
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. New York City, city of immigrants, 2 million Caribbean people, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes, we are here in huge numbers. Oh, St. Lucia, yes. We are here in huge numbers. Why? Well, economic opportunities. We come here on the H-1B visas, H-2B visas, 50,000 of those visas every year, and we come here as hotel workers, workers in the entertainment industry, meaning things like Six Flags, Disney, in the low-income entertainment industry. We come here on pre-visas too for our entertainers. A lot of them make the mistake of coming on a B1, B2 visa, visitor's visa. Well, legally you're not allowed to perform, and some entertainers have gotten into trouble. When we come here, we have skills, carpenters, plumbers, masons, electricians, and our brothers in those fields make a lot of money. Yes, 6 figures. So those skills that you develop in the Caribbean, it could be very lucrative for you if you were in New York City, if you were in America. In California, where we have a lot of Hispanic immigrants, they have the same benefits, so to speak. Once they have these experiences in the construction industry, they prosper with their own construction businesses. Many immigrants from the Caribbean, also in New York City, own their own construction businesses, real estate businesses. They own their own homes because they love living in their own homes. And the largest industry, obviously, for Caribbean people are what? Caribbean restaurants. I've never met someone who's not Jamaican not making the best jerk chicken, please. Or those people from Trinidad and Tobago with the curry, the roti. Obviously, Guyana has a lot of East Indians like T&T, so they come here and they make their roti too, and other curry products. But that's what immigrants want to eat. They left home, but they're still home here in New York City enjoying their Caribbean cuisine. Sorry, McDonald's. Sorry, Burger King. Sorry, Wendy's. Sorry, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Can't eat your please. Yes, my name is Brian Figueroa of Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You can be in America without losing your Caribbean culture. Isn't that great? Wasn't so all the time 20, 30 years ago, but it's better now. Also, we have a lot of people of Caribbean descent in the City Council, in the State Senate, in the State Assembly, and holding jobs at very high level in government. Yes, we come here, we get an education with that great foundation that we may have gotten in the Caribbean. So, grabbing that educational opportunities that we have back home is important. What is more important is if you know you have family here and you may come to the U.S. in the future, choose a degree. Choose a profession that prepares you for the what? U.S. job market or the English job market, wherever you might migrate to. So, as I said, plumbers, electricians, people in the construction industry, those are good professions to be on top of, welders, because you could make six figures here in New York City, especially when you join the unions. The unions are very powerful in New York City, like how they are in large cities like California or Florida. So preparation is necessary. We also have our own training program. So as a law firm, we own various publications. Caribbean American Weekly, Workers' World Today, the Immigrants Journal. We are celebrating 25 years, yes. And New Black Voices. This show, obviously, is a show that is relevant to your needs. Why? And give you answers to your needs. Why? Because we understand you, because we are you. Yes, and very well educated our staff. We know that our education is important. We know that fairness is important. Many immigrants from the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America are obviously hoodwinked by the guy or lady who are practicing law without a license, or even people who do not look like you, or sometimes they look like you and they do not know the law and they're just winging it. We don't wing it at the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. We have 27 years of experience. That's more than a quarter of a century. So yes, time does make a difference. As a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association since 1997, we have all the books, the manuals, all the resources that we need and experience. If you want to come up here as an EB-5 investor, that's where you invest $500,000 or $1 million in a U.S. business, we could work with you. Yes, you could start your own business or you could be part of a larger business. And when you invest that money, the investor's spouse, and the investor's children under 21 will get a green card. Yes, you get a temporary green card for 2 years, then your permanent green card. Most of these investors have been coming from China, and we are saying to our Caribbean nationals, you millionaires, hey, this is a great opportunity. One of the reasons, as a green card holder, you qualify for financial aid, you qualify for scholarships when you go to the various universities in the United States of America. So your investment not only earns you interest or profits, that $500,000 or $1 million, but the other profits that you get, obviously, is a lower cost for your education and opportunities for grants and scholarships. Because we know that our people in the Caribbean are very smart. Yes. Again, that goes to the foundation for your education. So whether you're trying to come to the U.S. on a visitor's visa, B1, B2 visas, or an entertainer's visa, or the H-2B or the H-1Bs, or you're trying to get your student visa, you should consult with our law firm for that consultation. Yes. Preparation means that you're going to have a better chance of getting those visas. Do not apply for it. Be denied. Do not use those people on the street, the little corner places that do business in Jamaica or in TNT or wherever in the Caribbean, because most times those centers are not well educated on the issues. In fact, our paralegal certificate program is offered throughout the Caribbean and all over the world. Our program started recently, and we have actually people from the Ukraine living in other countries taking our courses, yes. We have had from Russia, the Ukraine, and other Eastern European countries. Why? Because they see the value of our paralegal program. When you visit our website, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, our landing page at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You would see a link there to our paralegal program. If you are a lawyer in the Caribbean and you want to migrate to the U.S., or you want to do business in the U.S., or you want to attend law school in the U.S. and get your proper qualifications, we suggest that our paralegal program could be very helpful for you attorneys who want to make that transition. And with the age of virtual, the skills that you have, which is legal research and writing, you could actually work as a virtual assistant to lawyers in the U.S. If you are interested in those job positions, you could also send us your resume as a qualified lawyer in the Caribbean. But as I said, our paralegal program would prepare you. So one of the programs we use is CALI, Computer Assisted Legal Instruction, where you learn everything that first year, second year, and third year law students learn in the U.S. at the various law schools. And you get it for a minimal cost. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Our website for the law firm Figueroa & Associates is www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. Shout out to my sister in Jamaica, Lisa. We love you dearly. See you soon. Peace.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Welcome to America, How to Get a Green Card, in Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. Are you planning to migrate to the U.S.? Do you have family in the U.S.? Learn about the consequences of entering the U.S. with or without inspection, unlawful presence, family, faith-based, and fiancé petitions, the impact of fraudulent visas when applying for a green card, and more. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
5 ways you can legally work in the United States in 2024. The American dream is alive and well. Thousands of individuals seek immigration to the United States to explore opportunities and create a better life for themselves and their families. Many options are available to work in the U.S., whether you come with valuable experience, extraordinary skills, or sufficient funds to invest or start a business. Individuals are always looking for ways to work in the United States, but working in the U.S. illegally can severely hurt your chances of staying in the U.S. in the future. It can be more complicated to restore legal status if you work illegally. Let us explore 5 ways you can legally work in the United States to ensure this doesn't happen to you. 1. Get a job offer. When immigrating to the U.S. to work, you will need to successfully obtain a job offer from a qualifying U.S. employer, who will then file a petition on your behalf, their employee. Some of the visa categories available for applications that you will need a job offer for include H-1B visa. An H-1B visa is the most popular U.S. work permit that allows foreigners to work specialty occupations for U.S. employers. This means that your employment in the United States cannot be for just any type of work. The work performed must involve a high level of skill, such as in a professional occupation. L-1 visa. If you are being transferred to an existing U.S. business, the L-1 visa is the best type of U.S. work visa for you. L-1 visas are available to employees working for companies outside the United States, such as in Canada, that have branches, subsidiaries, affiliates, or joint venture partners in the United States. 2. Start a U.S. business. A few visa category options are available for those with sufficient funds to those wanting to start a U.S. business. E-2 visa. E-2 visas are designed for owners and investors in businesses in the United States. The E-2 visa is a temporary U.S. work visa that may be granted for substantial investments in the U.S., for which one must meet several requirements to qualify. E-1 visa. The E-1 visa, also known as the Treaty Trade Visa, is a non-immigrant visa for citizens of countries with which the U.S. has a treaty of commerce. While not all countries are eligible, business owners and investors from those that are may qualify if they meet several criteria. L-1 visa. Earlier, we mentioned the L-1 visa as an excellent option for those seeking to work in the U.S. if they are being transferred abroad to a U.S. employer. The L-1 visa also allows individuals to expand their business to the U.S. 3. Holding extraordinary ability skills. O-1 visa. The temporary O-1 visa is intended for people who possess extraordinary skills in arts, sciences, business, education, or athletics, or who have a solid track record of extraordinary performance in the motion picture and television industry and have been identified and acknowledged domestically and internationally for their excellence. 4. Studying the U.S. OP or CPT OPT, optional practical training, and CPT, curricular practical training, are the 2 types of temporary employment opportunities available to non-immigrant student visa holders. In most cases, the U.S. government considers internships and employment for students on F-1 visas practical training. 5. Religious workers. R-1 visa. The R1 visa is a non-immigrant visa designed to help eligible religious workers work within the U.S. for a religious organization. The religious organization must be registered as a nonprofit in the U.S., linked to a U.S. religious denomination, or a religious group with a tax exemption. There are 10,000 available every year. Interested in working in the United States? If so, ask the lawyer. The international law firm of Figueroa and Associates has been practicing immigration law for a quarter of a century. Brian Figueroa, Esquire, is a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, AILA, and is widely regarded as NY's #1 immigration attorney. Ready for the next step? Schedule an appointment at www.askthelawyer.us or call 855-768-8845. Immigration law is dynamic and complex. The lawyer you hire does make a difference.
Are you looking for a side hustle as an independent contractor? Are you looking to make extra cash and business opportunities? We have opportunities for graduates from our online Chambers Paralegal program to work with lawyers and other legal professionals in New York State or persons with similar qualifications. We also have opportunities for other chamber businesses in graphic arts and design, creating and updating websites in WordPress, the most popular platform, and other platforms, social media experts in the various platforms, and database experts. There is also a high demand for voiceovers, audio, and video podcast editing in the marketing field, journalists, and other professionals in the services industry who can work in the virtual world for U.S. businesses. Send your resume and a cover letter explaining why you or your business is the right fit for these partnerships to info@myiqinc.com. That's info@myiqinc.com.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, ask the lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The effects of a criminal conviction on a U.S. citizenship application. Are you a permanent resident seeking U.S. citizenship? In that case, your N-400 citizenship application will require you to reveal whether you have ever been arrested for, charged with, or convicted of a crime. It's obviously not good news if you've been convicted of a crime. But will a criminal conviction doom your citizenship application, given that good moral character is required? The short answer is the least satisfying one. It depends. More specifically, it depends on the nature of the crime, how long ago it was committed, how old you were when you committed it, and how the crime fits into an overall picture of your moral character. In some cases, the offense won't affect your application. On the other end of the spectrum, some crimes can not only result in the denial of your application, but can also cause you to be deported. What constitutes a conviction of a crime? Some states offer diversion programs, etc., that are designed to allow first-time offenders to escape being burdened with a formal crime record. So what does it mean to be convicted of a crime for immigration purposes? U.S. immigration law applies a broad definition. You have been convicted of a crime if a judge or jury finds you guilty, you pleaded guilty or no contest to the offense, you confessed to the crime or admit to certain facts which, if proven, would prove you guilty of the offense, you received a suspended sentence, or the court orders some restraint upon your liberty. It requires you to check into a halfway house, for example. The bottom line is that in many cases, it is difficult to predict how the USCIS will react to your criminal record. Your best chance of anticipating their reaction and fighting back effectively is to seek the advice of an experienced immigration lawyer. The best defense? Become a citizen now. Get your deportation inoculation. When a parent becomes a citizen, all their children under age 17 derive U.S. citizenship automatically. Protect your children and become a U.S. citizen. For more information, call the law firm of Figueroa & Associates now and schedule a consultation. Call 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Or visit us at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. Check out our naturalization and citizenship guidelines now.
Welcome back. This is Ask the Lawyer with your host, Ashley Dawkins. All I want for Christmas is a divorce. Are you or someone you know facing the challenge of divorce? Do you need to divorce someone who is in New York? Or do you know someone who needs legal assistance? In this segment, Mr. Figueroa discusses how the holidays make people reevaluate their lives and reset their priorities for the new year.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Whoa, it's the holiday season. And Santa Claus. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the best singer, but it's the Santa Claus season. It's when children, their eyes open up wide, to open their presents. And if you give them clothing, they're going to get angry. They don't want to open no gift and see a sweater, especially an ugly sweater that they have to wear. Yes. So it's the season of jolliness. But unfortunately, as they say, after joy comes sorrow. And normally during the season, it's when people reassess their relationships. The last Christmas together, or the last New Year together. Or it may have so much tension around that Christmas tree, however you celebrate the holidays. And most attorneys see a surge in applications for divorces. The relationship is not working. People want to go their unfortunate merry ways. And what is the next step? New York State, fortunately, has no fault in their divorce matters, meaning irreconcilable differences, unless, you want to use the adultery, especially if your religion doesn't allow you to get a divorce but for adultery. Then there's constructive abandonment. Most guys who claim that, their spouse, their lady, has refused to have sexual relationships with them. Well, yes, that's because maybe he was having an affair, etc. And then obviously abandonment, when one spouse leaves the household and goes away from the spouse. So, and obviously, worst but not least, cruel and inhumane treatment. So those are situations, especially when one person is petitioning for the other, and they might be making a claim on VAWA, the Violence Against Women Act, and that's applicable to men too, where you went into a bona fide relationship and it didn't work. Your husband or your wife, promised to petition for you, and obviously they didn't keep that promise either. So relationships do break down for many different reasons. But whatever reason you have, obviously the attorney should understand the law And in New York City, especially in our immigrant community, obviously those consequences might have also immigration issues. However, the biggest issue besides immigration issues is what we call issues of equitable distribution. In that marriage, who was making the money? Who is going to claim maintenance, spousal support because one spouse makes more money than the other? Who's going to get custody of the children? Who is going to have to get visitation for the kids or pay child support? Who has a better pension than the other? Who saves more money than the other because the other spouse might be spending all the money on marital expenses? So that savings account, even though she or him may keep it in a separate account, that's marital property. Was a home purchased during the marriage. Or some people make the mistake, they have a home for several years and then they put their spouse name on the deed. Well, why did you do that? So what you did was actually give a gift of 50% of the equity in that home. Or if you put your spouse name on your bank account, yes, you had a little 100,000, 80,000. Well, you made a gift of 50% to that spouse. So sometimes we make decisions in a relationship, in a marriage, that has obviously divorce consequences. So who should you be getting advice from before you get married? The pastor, the priest, the rabbi, whoever, your spiritual leader, or a divorce attorney that understands issues of equitable distribution. My name is Brian Figueroa of Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Give us a call and schedule an appointment, or visit our website, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. Come in, let's discuss it. Whether you're married already and you want to know your legal rights if something goes wrong, or you want to obviously get a divorce. Thank you. Peace.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figueroa & Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Hi, my name is Brian Anthony Figueroa, and you are listening to Ask the Lawyer with my father, Brian Figueroa.
A good day and a warm welcome to everyone. Today in the studio with us, we have a very special guest, Mr. Christopher Benjamin, Community Relations Officer at the Consulate General of Jamaica in New York.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having me.
Lovely to have you. So, Mr. Benjamin, can you give us an overview of the services in New York offers to Jamaican nationals?
All right, so the Consulate General of Jamaica is known to many people as the Passport Office. So what I want to do is here to widen that knowledge to say that we offer a lot more services than just passport services. So if you want to come in and find out information about Jamaica, you can always reach out to us. We offer visa services as well for non-nationals. If you're looking to do investments in Jamaica, we have the Jamaica Promotions Corporation JAMPRO office also located within the consulate, so you can always reach out to find out about those services. And if you want to do get general knowledge about activities in Jamaica, you can also reach out to us. So, for example, persons who are in the charitable space and they're looking to send things to Jamaica, oftentimes they reach out to us to get the information as we provide them with the guidance necessary to make sure that they are following the correct procedures to get items into Jamaica.
Can the consulate provide guidance on how a will, for example, will be made in America and then applied and recognized in Jamaica? What legal requirements would you have for such a case?
Well, we do not provide legal advice. And one of the things where wills are concerned, the process would be, as long as the will is generated and legal here, it has to be deposited with the Administrator General's Department in Jamaica as well. So even though it is written here in the United States, they have to also go through the court systems in Jamaica for that will to also take its validity there. And as I said, the agency that you would work with is the Administrator General's Department.
Are there any other additional emergency services that the consulate offers to Jamaican nationals in distress while they're in New York? Say, for example, your passport gets stolen.
Certainly. Now, stolen passports, lost passports are one of the biggest things that we deal with. And for example, if you're traveling to New York, traveling to the United States, and you lose your passport, one of the first things that you should do before you even turn up at the consulate to say you have lost your passport is to find the nearest police station and report it. And it's not only if you're traveling to the United States. If you're traveling to any country in the world and you have lost your passport, report that passport lost at the nearest police station. Because sometimes you think that the passport was lost. It actually might have been deliberately stolen. Somebody might attempt to use your passport. And if you don't report it to the police, it never gets into the system. Nobody ever knows. And in the interconnected world that we are in now, once you report that and it files through the system, we in Jamaica, as in the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, would also be able to now be notified accordingly.
Are there any additional resources or extra services that the consulate provides that you'd like to have our nationals here in New York know about?
Well, let's go through all of the things. All right. So, for example, as I mentioned at the introduction, on any given day, this week on average, we were seeing about 200 persons per day coming in to renew their passports. But in addition to that, we do offer citizenship services. So if you're a Jamaican national and you have children, you've gotten married, and you now want your children and your spouse to also have a Jamaican passport or to have their Jamaican nationality, that is also a service that we provide. Citizenship by descent, which is if you're the child or the grandchild of a Jamaican national, is the easiest of the two. It takes about 3 months. It's a simple form, and you can do that application and get back your passport and citizenship document within about 3 months. If you are seeking citizenship by marriage, that is about a 2-year process, because we have to make sure that we go through and ensuring that the person who you say you're married to and all the things, and you're not just trying to get Jamaican citizenship, under the table. But that process is more investigated and it's more involved. But in addition to that, if, for example, you have documents that you want certified for doing business in Jamaica, you can always come into the consulate. One of the consular officers would be more than willing to assist you in getting those documents certified. We provide services for persons who, for example, are seeking no objection letters. That is, if they came up on a J1 visa, they might have been a teacher or, one of those others who use a J1 visa and they now want to remain in the country. One of the documents they have to provide is what is known as a no objection letter. We also facilitate that. We facilitate apostilles. That's where someone who wants to get a Jamaican original document certified that it may be used in various jurisdictions. And we find that a lot of those we get requests for, especially for persons who travel to Jamaica to get married and they now want to have their marriage certificate authenticated for use in their particular location. We provide information. We do not do the actual application for birth certificates or any of the certificates offered by the Registrar General's Department, but we provide the information, anybody who wants, and we guide them in that process in terms of how they can go about getting that. We don't need to do that because the RGD is totally online, so you don't need to come into the office to apply for your birth certificate. You can do that exclusively online.
So outside of documentation assistance, moving into cultural and community engagement, how does the consulate engage with the Jamaican community in New York to promote cultural exchange and support?
You know, cultural exchange is such a broad area. In my time of being here in New York, one of the things that I find is that as we move across the 5 boroughs, we find that, you know, the things change. But one of the things that is consistent, that your Jamaicanness remains the same. But what we do is that we participate and support activities from various cultural groups. If I just give a plug, the Lakatko dance group will be coming to New York in January. And one of the things they did, they reached out to us to see whether or not there was any assistance. We don't have the resources to provide financial support, but we act as connectors to make sure that they are able to have a good stay here. This past year, we assisted in bringing the winners of the high school choir competition All Together Sing here to New York because, again, we want to expose the youngsters to the culture of the international culture, but also the Jamaican culture that exists here in New York. So we tap in using the resources that we have in terms of making those connections and also ensuring that the culture spreads. Now, recently, the Perlman Performing Arts Center that opened downtown, I don't know if you had an opportunity to visit it, it's right across from the World Trade Center side. They have also reached out to us. So right now we are looking to identify any Jamaican group or performer that will be in New York in February during Black History Month so that we can provide the Perlman Center as an opportunity. So we go out and research the opportunities and we present this to the public so that they are able to take advantage of the opportunities as they come along.
And lastly, what should Jamaican nationals expect when they arrive in New York, and how does the consulate support their initial settlement?
Well, that's a very tough question in terms of what are they supposed to expect when they get here. But I think that if you are looking to migrate to New York or any new location for that matter, one of the key things that you should do is do some research. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, so you know what is there. Because your experience when you get here can be guided by what you know before you come, and also can be guided by the surprise or the shock of what you find when you come. Because even though we're in 2023, people still have certain misconceptions of what it is to live in a foreign country, what it is to live in a big city such as New York. New York is fast-paced. Everything moves like clockwork in terms of seconds. It's not in terms of the minutes, we soon come, that sort of thing. And so you now have to start getting into that mindset. In terms of what the consulate can do to help in you settling, We don't normally provide those sorts of resources, but if you are here and you feel the need, that you feel like you have come upon a brick wall, reach out to us, because there are connections that we have that we can put you in touch with. There is, for example, Fury, the family, I think Carmelita Albaros. I can't remember the actual full name of the organization, but just remember Fury, Google them. They are able to provide you with some guidance in terms of what are some of the things to expect while you're here. But also, you want to know about what to do, where to go, the Department of Labor, and as I mentioned, the Department of Labor, while we do not encourage persons to come here as undocumented individuals, if you are here as an undocumented individual, whether you're Jamaican or anybody else, the Department of Labor wants you to know that that does not mean that you should be taken advantage of. And so it's important that you know your rights, you know what is expected wherever you go to work. And so, again, we can put you in touch with the Department of Labor so that you can go, whether you're documented or undocumented, so you know what it is that is needed. Education resources, we can put you in touch with some of our education partners, because there are individuals who, when they transition from Jamaica to here, their education qualifications don't necessarily always translate. And so we would now have to put you in touch with our various partners so that you are able to now settle in from a qualification standpoint.
Thank you so much, Mr. Christopher Benjamin, for all that useful information. And do you have a phone number that you can give out to the people to reach out to the consulate?
Sure. You can always call the consulate at 212-935-9000. That's 212-935-9000. And you can send me an email at cro@congenjamaica-ny.org. That's cro.congenjamaica-ny.org. And before I go, I'd just like to, again, the Consulate General of Jamaica in New York is your home away from home. It's your place. It's the space for Jamaica. And the Consul General, Mrs. Alcian Wilson, is more than willing to welcome you. So don't be afraid of coming to the consulate. If you're a Jamaican, and again, let me stress this. I know this probably is going to be heard far and wide. If you are here and you're undocumented and your passport expired 20 years ago, come to the consulate. Nobody is going to judge you. Nobody is going to tell you that you can't come, because the consulate is your home. We are here for you. The consulate and the staff at the consulate are there and willing to assist. We see on a regular basis persons who have had documents that have been expired many years, and they have not come in to have them renewed, simply because they didn't think that they could come to the consulate because they are undocumented and they fear that we are going to turn them in. We do no such thing. And in addition to that, just going back to one of the questions that you had asked, what are some of the things that you should do when you come in to prepare? Check your documents, all of them. So if you got a green card and it says that the green card expires in 10 years, don't wait until the 10 years to check. Set some reminders. Renew on time, because when you allow these important documents to lapse, it's almost as if you're going through a renewal process or a new application. And we see a lot of people who get into problems. You cannot renew your green card without a valid passport. So don't allow your passport to expire without getting your green card. And I know this is a lot after the number, But also, just to go back, you had also asked what are some of the other things that we can assist with. Again, we don't, on our record, have, these activities that we do, but we partner with agencies and other community groups in providing support. So, for example, immigration fairs that we do along with other consuls generals and other agencies, it's something that we do on a regular basis to help you get the information that you need to ensure that you are here and on firm footing.
Thank you so much once again.
Well, thank you for having me, and Merry Christmas if it is heard before Christmas, and if it's after Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Are you interested in investing in real property, a home, or investment property in New York or other states? Then Equity Smart Realty Inc. can work with you. From potential returns to portfolio diversification, buying international property comes with its perks, but it's also a complex process, and there are tax matters to consider. Equity Smart Realty Inc. can help you purchase real estate in New York. We have the knowledge you need to simplify the process. Ready to discuss your options? Schedule a consultation on this matter, or start a business, or a branch of your business at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us, or call 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
Get on the path to success. Join the fastest growing industry. Become a paralegal. The rise in popularity of online education programs means that it is easier than ever to find the right one for you. Deciding on the best paralegal online program requires research and time. By weeding out the level mills and substandard institutions, you can earn a quality certificate at an affordable price. When researching online paralegal programs, you will want to consider several factors. Cost and institution reputation are the most important. With this in mind, one program rises above the rest. The Chamber Coalition, which comprises the New American Chamber of Commerce, NACC, the African American International Chamber of Commerce, AAICC, and the Hispanic American International Chamber of Commerce, HAICC, offers the best online paralegal studies program. The competitive tuition rate, coupled with the impeccable reputation of the coalition, makes this an obvious choice for anyone serious about their education. This is a program of the highest standard. Additional certificates include LexisNexis and Clio. We also use Cali, which is what is used in law schools. What are the requirements? To be admitted to the Chamber's Paralegal Certificate Program, you must be at least 18 years old, read and write English at a proficiency level, have strong computer skills, and have a high school diploma. If these qualifications fit you, you can continue the admission process. Applications are accepted online anytime during the year. A mandatory orientation describes your upcoming classes, guidelines, and expectations. The tuition for this respected program is very competitive with other online paralegal degrees. It costs less than $1,000 for the entire program. The average student can finish the program in anywhere from 6 to 12 months. Books are extra and will run around a few $100s for everything. If you want the best paralegal online program at the best price, the Chamber Coalition Paralegal Certificate Program is the answer. The program is excellent for aspiring and current paralegals, individuals who plan to attend law school, community advocates, persons who want to understand the law and their rights, and prospective political candidates. Is being a paralegal worth it? Yes. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 10% job growth between now and 2029. The median salary nationwide in 2019 was $51,740, and the average mean wage was $61,810. It truly is a prestigious and significant profession. Simply put, paralegals help people. They help their employers be more efficient in their jobs, increase a firm's revenue and productivity, and help the clients. A career as a paralegal can be rewarding professionally and personally, and offers a unique opportunity to help others. Options vary depending on the paralegal's practice area. New York is the state with the second largest employment of paralegals and legal assistants in the country, given New York City's occasional designation as the capital of the world and close proximity to Washington, D.C., the hub of federal government and law. As one of the biggest global hubs of finance, media, and culture, jobs in the legal realm are bound to follow. Most states do not have any certification or licensure requirements to be a paralegal, and New York is no exception. By graduating from this program, you can market yourself as a virtual paralegal for attorneys and law firms in New York State. There is a one-time fee of $550. Are you excited to learn more? Register for an orientation at www.freeparalegal.org. That's www.freeparalegal.org.
Do you want to be a paralegal, or are you planning to go to law school? Our Chamber Coalition's online paralegal program is the right program to get you started. Some of the areas of law include contracts, property law, tort liability, civil procedure, constitutional law, immigration, civil rights, estate planning, wills and trusts, and matrimonial, plus legal research and writing, legal marketing, and small business. We also use Cali, which is used in law schools, and you get extra certificates from Clio and LexisNexis. By graduating from this program, you can market yourself as a virtual paralegal for attorneys and law firms in New York State. There is a one-time fee of $550. Are you excited to learn more? Register for an orientation at www.freeparalegal.org. That's www.freeparalegal.org. The next orientation is Monday, January 8th at 6 p.m. via Zoom.
Thank you for listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoyed the show, which featured immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.